How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? VuduVince here, Voodoo 15, and they finally updated the 110s, and I'm pretty excited about this because honestly, there's not a whole super lot to be excited about with ACSI right now, just because of I don't know, just it's not what it used to be. So anyway, I've been looking for something to film, and the new 110 is out. If you've never flown the 110s before, there's two models that we have in our game. We have the 110C-4B, and we have the G2. The G2 is the late war model that you see most of the time. The reason why people run it primarily is because it has 30 millimeters, but it has a lot of actual deals here. Okay, so they showed different setups for the rockets, but it looks very, very cool. So as we see here, we have the G2. And the G2 on internal fuel has a flight time of 47 minutes in our main arena settings. If we go full fuel and two 300-liter drop tanks for a total of 600 liters, we extend that to 1.2 hours. It's capable of carrying 4 50-kilogram bombs on the wings, on external pylons. It can carry 4 of the 210 millimeter WGR-21 rockets. You go, what the hell is that? Well, these are actually air-to-air rockets, and they have a proximity, well, not a proximity fuse, they have a set fuse. It may be proximity as well, but I believe it's set at 1 kilometer. I think that it's non-proximity. I think there were some that were proximity fused, where when they detected metal or whatever, they blew up. But these are set to 1 kilometer, 1,000 yards. Anyway, so at a K, they'll blow up. So you can carry 4 of them, or you can carry just 2, 1 on each wing. The thing to remember is after you fire them, you will have the added drag and weight of the big, goofy-looking Chinese firecracker tubes on the side. So then we have several gun packages here. So we have 2 500-kilogram bombs that are mounted. Goodness, I believe they're mounted. Are they mounted externally, or are they? Oh, they got them on here. That's pretty bad. I think they're mounted along the center line because it doesn't have a bomb bay. So it must be mounted in between the. That's pretty bad when I don't know that. I'd have to look at it. Anyway, so you've got 2 500-kilogram bombs, which are, that's 500 kilograms. I think it's 1,100 pounds, 1,152 or something like that. So almost 1,200 pounds. So you're carrying essentially 2 1,000-pound bombs. 2 20 millimeters, 2 30 millimeters, and then you have the single 7.9 that shoots out the rear. Then you have 2 250-kilogram bombs, which are essentially 500-pound bombs, roughly. 2 20 millimeters, 2 30 millimeters, 1 7.9 shooting out the tail. Then we have the heavy gun package, so we have 2 20 millimeters with 200 rounds per gun. We have 2 20 millimeters with 350 and 400 rounds per gun. And then we have 2 30 millimeters with 120 and 135 rounds. And then we have a single 7.9 shooting out the back. And then you have the light guns, which is just 2 20s with 350 and 400 rounds, and then 2 30s with 120 and 135 rounds, and then your tail counter again. And so this one is heavier. We can tell that with 25% gas and just the light gun package here, we're looking at 16,000 pounds. Whereas with the C4, we take the bombs off and go to a light gun package, we're looking at 13,000. So you're talking 3,000 pound difference here between these two airframes. And I believe that the later model, the G2, is going to have some enhanced power plants slightly. It's not anything awesome, but it's definitely not bad. Let's see here. And of course, so they must still have all the these skins are in here for the new models, but they don't actually, they show up, but they're not set to AH3 standards. So this can be the default skin for this guy here. So we're actually gonna go out and we're gonna buzz around in this a little bit. We're gonna try the C4B a little bit and see what kind of madness we can get into here. Got 49 there. What I'd like to do is get in on some kind of an engagement here. let's yeah, let's head out that way. We'll take us a couple 250 kilogram bombs, and 30 minutes of gas should be more than enough to get over there and do some stuff. Let's check our convergence. So we have all our guns mounted in the nose. And anyway, so on our convergence, we're not super worried about it. A lot of people want to drag their guns way out, which you can do. But essentially, all your guns are pretty much dead on. And then you can mark it as fighter or attack, depending on where you need your score to go. Let's see if I'm lined up on pedals here. And we'll definitely want to do this right here. Okay, now we got some calibration there. Let's go back and go to the tower.
Pull it out.
Check it out. It looks cool. So this is pretty fun. Oh, you can see the dude in the back. Check this thing out. That's pretty cool. Oh my goodness, that's not.
Just got my engine. Fucking holy bastard.
Looks like we're a little close here. Let's pull back just a little bit here. See the gauges out there on the actual engine. That's cool. That is pretty cool there.
Where'd he come from?
Space, the final frontier. Well, we got bad guys out here. Let's get rid of that ordnance there, and let's see if we can get in on some cool action here. Hey, what's going on there, buddy? What are you trying to do there? Where are you going? Where are you going? Well, this is gonna be a real short trip here.
Alright, one more passage for them.
Oh, well, game over there. Let's go again. Okay. I'll burn in. I don't give a shit. So the difference you'll notice between the G2 and the C4 is that the C4 is quite a bit more maneuverable. Juggler was one that was really good in it. But any decent pilot is typically pretty good in the little C4 because it's just a solid little airplane. I say little in terms of what it is. It's not very small. It was designed initially to essentially be a heavy fighter, kind of like the P-38 ended up being. And when it really met combat, it turned out against Spitfires and Hurricanes that it just didn't have what it took to put that into perspective, or to actually engage in that kind of serious fight. So it got relegated to more of a backseat kind of role. Not to say that it wasn't still dangerous, but it just wasn't as effective as they thought it was going to be. And of course, it's never good when you develop something. So we do have WEP. One of the other important things is that on your props, they spin in the same direction. In the P-38, you have counter-rotating props, meaning that they spin in towards one another, which means that they cancel their torque unless you lose one or the other engine. But in this aircraft, they didn't do that. So we have torque to contend with, which can be a benefit and a hindrance at the same time. Of course, the C4 always feels very light on the controls. The I don't know. It just seems very entertaining to fly. I flew it in Tunisia when I was the Axis CO, and it was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy flying that aircraft quite a bit. I like the cockpit layout here. It's a little bit different now. We can tell that our altimeter is busted. It's just a gauge with no numbers. And our fuel gauge, is that it? Is that our fuel gauge? What is that? Yeah, it is our fuel gauge. Our fuel gauge has got no numbers on it. But that's okay. I mean, you can still read what it is, so.
So turned on.
Let's see if we can get over here and give Navy hands. We do have some WEP. We're using that currently. It lasts for a good amount of time. The aircraft can flap if you need to, and it can maneuver okay.
Come down.
Come down. There's only so much you can do there, bud. You're about to get tagged here in just a second. I did twinkle him a little bit there. Get his nose down and get some airspeed. He made it. I'm not sure how he made it through that, but he did.
You got stuff coming in here?
If he quit porpoising that goddamn nose like that.
Break.
I'm alive again. Let's go. I don't like the fact that I'm losing him in the gun sight here with his icon. I think there's something up with that. Solomon's going to make him turn here in a moment. He's going to pitch up or he's going to make a real hard flat turn. I think he will anyway. What is he in? An A5? He should be able to. He looks like he's got a little smash. Yeah, there he goes. The aircraft feels real light on the controls, even for an aircraft the size that it is. It feels very light, even at 13,000 pounds, which we're a little bit over that because we're carrying 50% gas. It feels like a solid little aircraft.
Sir.
Alert. They are engaging our fields. Check your safes.
Yak.
Tally.
Tally. Check 6.
I shot my whole tail off. I think that's some shit. Well, I guess that's fucking interesting. Well, as you can see, it's a bit outclassed as far as other shit you're gonna run into in here. Let's take the OG2 out for a spin and see what happens here. Goodness gracious. Not ever very fun to lose your entire tail section to one attack.
Those buffs are coming back on radar.
So the ones you end up typically seeing are going to be the these, the G2s, primarily because they carry those 30 millimeters. You hit somebody with spuds, they're not gonna make it. Your air-to-air rockets then are also pretty handy if you've messed with them before. They do pretty good work on bombers, which is what they were intended for.
Alert. They are engaging our fields.
Get him, Tifa. Get him.
Tally low yak.
KI's coming up 280.
Yeah, watch that 84 Navy.
Let's get it some altitude here.
He did not follow you up. KI.
He's down. M4 is down.
Loin long 6 KI. Warhawk check high.
There you go.
Maybe that yak's on the deck. I don't know if he's a factor. It doesn't look like it, but he's there. 20 on the deck as well.
No way the KI's doing this speed.
How fast is he going?
Moving.
460?
He's right at his limit.
Yak is turning and burning. And he KI's down. Yak got him. Oh, I'm counting on it. I'm 300 me.
Roger, Jinx head 2.
Right here.
Copy.
I got visual.
See the smoke.
This guy's running all the way home, Navy. I'm off. Grabbing to the left.
M3 down.
Way to go.
Cool.
He's hiding in the town act.
But the little 110 is a solid aircraft. I mean, obviously you're not expecting to fight P-51s and Yak-3s and things with it. You can, if you get due to some different stuff, but it does well what it's supposed to do, what it's intended to do. At first, a heavy fighter, and then to a ground attack role, and, you know, got relegated to support for the most part.
Get that M3? Tell you
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, I got the
That's a lot
M3.
of kill.
Some people have a preference for firing just at 30 millimeters or just at 20 millimeters. Actually, I don't think you... Yeah, you can independently do that since they are set up on separate deals. Like all your 20 millimeters are in the high numbers, and your 30 millimeters on this. I fire everything. That's because I don't feel like going back and forth with my setup. So.
I hear somebody rolling.
Yeah. I'm going after the guy to my right.
Any other time, moderator be chewing your ass about something, and then you got to do just like fucking being obnoxious on chat. Nothing.
Try the canyon here.
Fjord down here? Yeah, we might want to try to take it.
Alert. They are engaging our fields.
Gonna take a kick out of the Navy.
He won't come down. Got plenty of gas.
Raj. Okay, Rody, watch that yak coming at you from the field. Left side, Rody. Yak. A lot of smash.
Isn't it weeding at me down here? I see him. Got one more ord bunker to get here.
He's right there, Rody.
I'm going back.
So I thought. My
Turn
turn was
left with
on.
you low. Slightly low.
Going to Zach.
Check high, Rody.
I see him. I want to get this last bunker.
47's coming down.
Roger that.
47 Mike coming down.
Get this
Voodoo, you in
radar.
for the ord?
Radar.
Rody,
down.
Voodoo, check 47 now.
Yeah, I'm half wing here. I'm a nice distraction though.
Verbal out.
Oh, come on, you bitch. This is how it goes. Okay, well, we've had enough fun with that. I guess we're going to change now. Something else.